Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrea, and my channel is about taking care of your chakra system so you can live longer, raising your vibrations so your frequency can attract more of what you want, longevity, healing your switches that are turned off with frequency healing and healing from the earth. I believe in all things earth. The earth is what heals us and keeps us living longer. Um, on this channel, I'll be coming through from time to time, dropping things that you need to know, because it is some of the things that are keeping us away from our spiritual inheritance, and that is the soul contracts that we signed before we got here. I'm just gonna say sign. Y'all know what I mean. Before we came through the portal, humans are the only thing. Humans are the only things on the planet that are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, as far as when it comes to humanity, the creator, all of the creations. We have been taught to use them and manifest with them from the dark side. So it's really not getting us anywhere. And we're not understanding that. We still kind of just doing the praying, the hoping, and the wishing. The prayer warriors come out, everybody. Yeah, that is good because prayer absolutely moves things. But there are some other things that you need to learn about that will move things quicker for you and in the direction that you want. You won't be doing manifesting or attracting things to you by default. You have to start using intention, and you have to start using the earth properly. You have to start partaking of its natural healing medicines. Um, there's a lot of switches that need to be turned on because they've been turned off for thousands of years. And it's time for them to come back online. But you need people like me. I was sent here to help walk you through it because it is not going to be anything that you were taught. And a lot of the information has been hidden from humanity, and all that hasn't been hidden from humanity was kind of just used by elites, royals and priests, Buddhists, monks, people like that. There are some lost arts about humanity that have been just kind of tucked away and hidden, and we're not doing them. We're not fulfilling our spiritual contracts. And one of our spiritual contracts, the biggest one, is the contract of the circle of life. That is the sharing of gifts. God has shared its breath with us. God has shared its creations with us. Like Mother Gaia, the animals, the foliage, the food, the forestry, everything that's on earth. And yet, Everything on the planet is rotating at a frequency it's supposed to be vibing at. It is living off the land like it's supposed to, which is directing the land that it is needed. Everything is in harmony with earth, the creator and creation and the land naturally, except for ding, 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 ding. Yeah, you guessed it, the humans. And by us living out of balance, and there are variables, lots of them, why we're not in balance. There's varies of variables, however you say it, why we're not in balance. Some of it's not our fault, but some of it is that we have used our free will literally to destroy ourselves. And if we don't learn some of the spiritual laws, the laws of the land, um, we don't learn about our spiritual contracts, which the circle of life we give to the land gives to us. Everything we live in an ecosystem, meaning that everything has to feed off of each other. We have been feeding, as a collective, have been feeding off of each other in a dark, sinister way. And it's time for that to stop. And I know everything looks like chaos right now because we're still doing it and it's ramped up because the universe, everything is speeding up. So even all of that craziness is speeding up. But there's also a lot of greatness and goodness speeding up, and a lot of blessings and a lot of love and a lot of healing and a lot of hopes and wishes and dreams coming true. It's a lot of that going on too. You have to pick your timeline though. See, spirit is ready to wash away the old timeline. So you can't do things like you were doing them before. You just can't. You can't go back. You have to learn the new way. And the new way is not really a new way. It is just different from what you were taught. You were taught to do it the hard way. And the easy way is to join and team up with spirit. You're either going to work the earth and get paid little to nothing for it in the matrix, because that's what man is telling you to do. Or you're either going to work the earth, live in abundance, live off the earth, and you're going to do it for God and for yourself and for creation. You're going to do it because it is the thing that is called for us to do while we are here, is to be shepherds of the land. And if everybody doesn't do it, the majority of the planet has to do it for us to tip the scales and shift the energy in our direction. That is what's going on in the cosmos. And Spirit has told me to come here because I hate social media with a passion. I do not like social media. It's not social at all. As a matter of fact, it is one of the variables to the problems that we're having. So I don't want to be here, but I am being pushed, and I know I've been put this off long enough. I have real answers, so I know that it is part of my soul contract to be here to enlighten those that are ready to take this information and run with it. Everybody's not going to understand it. It's going to go over a lot of people's heads. It's for who it's for. So come here and catch you some gems on how to ride the wave, the flow of the energetic waves and forces that are going to be governing our universe for a while now. We like close to the end of a Pluto return, but the effects from the Pluto return will last for the next 20 years. Yeah. So we've had a lot of different planetary alignments that have happened. Like some of them, to most of them, haven't happened in so many years and so many lifetimes. And now they are joining together to put a force field over Mother Gaia, over the earth, because it is now time for the energetic shift of those who were first will be last, and those who was last will now be first. I can't help what the energy is bringing. I can only come here and keep you guys informed and tell you what's going on so you'll know how to deal with it. Yes, it's very dark. And yes, it's going to get even darker. And yes, we're going to lose things like grocery stores and restaurants and stuff that wasn't always here anyway. We really don't need it because they're working from the dark side. The matrix is, they're poisoning us like intentionally. Intentionally. And Spirit say we can't have that no more. It's got to go. It's got to go. I don't know how much is going to be done to clean it up on the big market side, but I know what we as individuals on humanity's side must do. We must create our own grocery stores and create our own food for our families. It's a must because it is the way, it is one of the keys, one of the switches that you'll turn on is by living off the land is longevity. It's just no way around it. You live longer, you live healthier, you live freer. You won't be caught up in the matrix. Yeah. So the trick of the darkness was to clear out all the land, buy it up and clear it out, because land got trees and brush and all that stuff. Same thing our people supposed to do for something that we want, you know. And they built all these houses, and the trick of it is for you to buy them instead of build your own. The grocery stores, the trick for you to come in and buy that poison instead of save your life and build and grow your own. That's what your community is supposed to look like. We've been tricked into thinking like all these stores on every corner. It is a corporation here. These are not communities anymore. It is a must that people stop by fast food before they go home. And that's really not the way to live. That is killing us really, like really, really fast. And the planet has sped up so much, however you say it, sped up so much that the people, the new souls that are entering the earth right now, the babies, they're going to die even faster than the people that are already here because the time is sped up. So if we don't change things now, they're going to be partaking in all of this crap that's here now. And they're going to leave earlier because they're going to be aging faster because the time has sped up. They're going to be aging out faster and faster and faster. And we can stop this snowball. We can stop it. We can use our free will to stop it. Spirit said it is the people's will. Do you hear me? It is the people's will is what will shift the energy on the planet. That's the biggest thing. Your will to want to live longer and healthier and be at your best self, mind, body, and soul, to be one with creation, to be one with the Creator, is to use His earth like He demanded us to do. We are so far away from the earth and so far disconnected from the earth that it is killing us. We don't know what being grounded is. We have no idea that we are supposed to be the sharing of gifts is we go hook up to the ground. We connect. We give time. Time is your tithes and your offerings your time is your offering that you give back to God and thanking Him and being in reverence to all of this beauty around us and for all of these breaths that we take, for this life that we have. If you have nothing else going for yourself, you woke up and you are a human being. So you can just be here sometimes. You ain't always got to be doing something. Sit back and relax, my people, because it is time for us to receive. But we're only going to receive according to our works. We have forfeited our spiritual inheritance because we inherited the land and everything on it. We're using it to build more and more harmful corporations, from the fast food to the grocery stores to all of the other things that they're building that is cancer and we have used the earth improperly and we are suffering for it. That's just one of the things that we're doing wrong. We're doing so many of them, which all lead back to a spiritual contract, our soul contract. We are not fulfilling it by not living off the land, by not giving back tithes and offerings, by sharing of gifts with the creation and for the Creator. Keep thinking it's a game. When I tell people and I talk about the planetary actions that are going on, people literally think it's crazy to pay attention to the cosmos. It's not crazy. They scared you away from it because there are so many laws that we're breaking by not learning about the cosmos. We are star seeds, a lot of us. We come from Arcturian, however you say it, Arcturian consuls. We come from serious star seeds and shit like that. You gotta learn about that type of shit. You gotta learn who you are so you can learn how to wield your power properly. A big part of us wielding our power properly is, now I'm gonna jump to men. Men, have you ever wondered why you live a shorter lifespan than your wife? Men usually leave the earth faster than their counterparts. And this might be a joke to some people, but some people might believe it though, that maybe they leave here earlier because their wives done got on their damn nerves, or their wives killing them with all that bullshit, or something like that. You might think that that's really it, but it's really not. We have been lied to so much about everything, basically, about so many things, till the truth seems ridiculous to us. But Spirit has assured me to just come here and tell you this. Men, you die faster than your counterpart because You are literally giving all of your life force energy away. You're not using it properly. You're shooting the club up and you're not keeping none of it for yourself. Sex is used intentionally. Divine sex is used intentionally because you're going to make an entity. Anytime two souls connect and collide in a sexual manner, they create an entity, either a baby or a dark spirit or a light spirit. You create the light spirit because you are talking and you are using the power of your mind and your body and your spirit to will something into your life, to manifest something into your life. It turns into a dark spirit it turns into darkness and turns into a dark entity when you don't use intention, especially good intentions. If you the brother that just want to get some from the chick and you kicked it with her all night and you was like, we gonna be, I'm gonna take you here, I'm gonna do that. But you know, you really just wanted to get in them draws. When y'all get together, you okay. You think that you thought that was cute. No, you have just, your intentions weren't great from the beginning. Get with that person. You barely knew her. You just wanted to get some that night and then you just wanted to take off. You knew that. So that's what you were manifesting. So you created a dark entity by default. Because men and women are supposed to use their sexual energy to create what they want. When they're a couple, they learn how to use it together to manifest great things. But when you're not a couple and you're just out here slanging and then you're doing it with anybody, the same thing for women. It's the same thing all across the board. You're creating entities. So that's a lot of the problem that we're having right here on earth right now, right today. It's too many dark entities that were not guided here. They were not guided to do good works. When your souls collided, the intentions were great. They weren't great. So they didn't create a good entity. And sometimes it creates children, which is an entity too. But just imagine what type of child might you take a chance, 50-50. If you mold it well, it could turn out to be something great. But if you don't mold it well and she just pop up pregnant, you don't even know her, it could cause havoc. But hey, what's really going on is the majority of the entities out here have not been guided, directed, and led to wholesome goodness, great intentions. That's not happening. So we have a lot of demonic forces that are just roaming the planet, ready to drop into any vessel that is not high vibing. Ain't that some? That's some shit. That's some shit. And we did that. We did that. All of us. Everybody that I'm just gonna get it right quick. And go in the parking lot at the clubs. Everybody just the women free with the sex. You ain't nothing intentional no more. Ain't nothing. It's just get it where you can. Get it when you can. No, that's not what that's for. Mm-mm. That has created so many demons upon this earth. Men, your life force energy is the greatest creation you have. It is supposed to be used to create a life. You are supposed to use it to help rebuild your body, your soul, your cells, your organs, your blood. You are supposed to put it in your woman sometimes to help her rebuild, repair, replenish, because that's what the man and woman connection does for each other. You know, it locks in tight with each other on a cellular level. It replenishes, it refuels, it resets. We do that for each other when we interlock with each other, you know. So, yeah. Um, you aren't supposed to be ejaculating or coming, because when you come, cum, when you do that, you climax. And when you climax, you end it. And when you end it, you're finished. You're done. You're done. Some people can't stay faithful to that woman because they're done. Instead of recycling the love like you're supposed to, you get done instead of recycling it like you're supposed to. You climax, you finished, you're at the end. You might can't refurbish that love with that person, but most of the time, it's just in people just to kind of roam after that. You're not supposed to finish. But anyway, yeah. So you're supposed to use it and recycle it through your system. And the woman is supposed to do the same thing. And it is, you use it to help repair the body, the mind, and the spirit. You live longer. You live longer. You live longer when you don't deplete your life force energy on a regular basis. I'm not saying don't have sex on a regular basis, because you are supposed to do that. Definitely supposed to be making some love, some divine love on a regular basis. Yeah. But it's not divine when you ejaculate all the time. It's only divine when you recycle it to replenish your cells and your organs and your brain. All that you are depleting from yourself is taking you away from the planet earlier. It is depleting your faculties earlier, unless you work out really, really vigorously all the time. If you work out really, really vigorously all the time, then depleting your life force energy won't take as a bad of a toll on you, but you still will leave the planet earlier than you have to, just because you're depleting it all the time. But you stand a greater chance if you exercise vigorously all the time, of living 70, 80 years old. But from the research, from what I've learned, you can live to be 120 through 150. That is soul contract. But since we are not doing that, we're not fulfilling it, we're not living that long anymore. See, hundreds of years ago, the people before us, even though they were living not as what we call fancy as of today, you know, they still had technology and they still had things going on. The technology of the world is not new, but somehow they lived so much healthier and they were so much more knowledgeable and so much more in kind to each other. And that was because